Word up, homies! Josh Fossgreen here with some bass in your face! Today we're going to learn the major pentatonic scale. It's a lovely scale. It's really useful, especially, in lots of contexts, but especially in kind of a soul, R&B, Motown kind of genres. It's in a lot of bass lines, and that's where we're going to find our musical examples today. We're going to learn the C major pentatonic scale in a couple different positions and shapes. And then we're going to play the guitar riff from My Girl, which is sweet, and you should know it, because it's just this pentatonic scale. And then for you more adventurous folks, we're going to try the soli riff from Sir Duke by Stevie Wonder in B major. So, to follow along today, click the magic link below to get the free PDF that has the sheet music and tablature that you'll need to follow along. So we're just going to start with the basic C major pentatonic scale. Pentatonic means 5 tones, so you can think of this as a stripped down major scale with no 7th or 4th degree if you would like to think of that. If you don't want to think of that, I won't make you think any thoughts because this is not George Orwell's 1984 and you will not be arrested for the thoughts in your brain. So, with that all being said, let's play a C major pentatonic scale together. The drums will be in 3/4 time, so we'll be playing 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and like a beautiful waltz. Just imagine you're in a ballroom with a lovely maiden in a flowing white gown and you're playing a C major pentatonic scale to woo her. Or if you're a chick, you can change that around. But let's face it, according to YouTube, 80% of you are dudes. So, anyway, let's rock. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that was a major pentatonic scale starting on our 2nd finger, and if you've watched my major scale video, which I recommend that you do if you don't know a major scale because you'll learn it by watching the video, this corresponds to the 2nd finger major scale shape, just again without the 4th note and the 7th note of the major scale, so 7 minus 2 equals 5 pentatonic scale. So here we go with the drums starting on our 1st finger and again playing a C major pentatonic scale. Here we go. 1, 2, and 3, and... So those are 2 shapes you can use to play the major pentatonic scale, and again this is going to serve you many uses. You can use this over any major chord in any song, and particularly if you want to get a kind of soul-ish vibe, like I'll Take You There to the 4 chord, and then back to the pentatonic scale. Or Tighten Up by Archie Bell and the Drells. This isn't as common of a tune, but it's got a really sweet bass line. That's major pentatonic. And lots of vocal melodies use the major pentatonic scale, and the guitar riff we're about to learn from My Girl uses the major pentatonic scale. So before we get to that, we're just going to play the... did I say minor? I meant to say major if I said minor. Anyway, we're going to play the same thing we just played down here, except up an octave. So the fingering is going to change a little. You'll notice that in exercise 2, the way I've written it is that you shift your 1st finger up to play the G and the higher C before shifting back down to get your 1st finger back to the 3rd fret. Since we're up here and the frets are smaller, I'm going to have you stretch a little more. So you're going to go 1st finger, 2nd finger, 4th finger, 2nd finger, and keep your 1st finger over here and use your 2nd finger for those 17th fret notes. So let's do that together with the drums. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Excellent work, Bassketeers. Now let's move on to My Girl. You'll notice that this is the exact same thing as the scale we just played, except now it's music because the Temptations recorded it and made it a classic song. But really, you're just playing the same thing, except instead of doing it in 3/4 like we were for the exercise, it's going to be in 4/4, so the rhythm's a little different. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and... I won't try to sing any more high notes today. So, same exact thing, just a different rhythm, so let's jam the guitar riff to My Girl with an arbitrary drum beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's the basic guitar riff. If you want to play along with the following part of the song, which I'm sure you started singing, I certainly did in my head. I just tried to restrain myself so that I don't look like a total idiot while I'm filming this video. But the changes just go to the 4 chord a few times. So you just take that riff, I've got sunshine, 4 chord, F, same riff, on a cloudy day. Just back and forth from C to F. So you can try that if you want to. And then the chorus has different changes. Anyway, so that's the guitar riff for My Girl. And of course you should know that bass line, which goes... You can make a loop of that and then play the guitar riff over the bass line you played, and you'll be a very happy camper. Anyway, you gotta know that bass line, man. Classic. Roots and fifths. That's what it's all about. Okay, so now we will move on to the advanced, adventurous portion of this lesson and try to learn the soli riff from Sir Duke. I'm going to go through this pretty fast, and if it's too hard for you, just don't worry about it. But if it's not too hard for you, then take the challenge to teach it to yourself. We're going to do a little play along here so you can hear it and play along with it, but I'm not going to get too much into how to play it because it's a lot more difficult than the stuff I usually put in these basic scale videos. But I just felt inspired to write it out and do it. It's one of the coolest riffs. And what's really cool is that this is a super classic riff and everyone knows it, and it's seriously just 5 notes, except that there's a C double sharp as a little leading tone a couple times up to the 3rd. But it's basically just a 5-note riff with the same 5 notes in these different configurations, and it's totally cool. So, yeah, so that's written out, and if you want to take the challenge, let's rock it together. Alright, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent work if you got through that alive. If not, I hope you're not actually dead because I would feel at least partly responsible. But anyway, that's a great tune to know the whole thing. There's also that opening riff. And it's just such a fun tune to play. It's really fun to solo over. Sir Duke. It's happening. Check it out. Okay, so now you know how to play a major pentatonic scale, and again, like in all my other scale videos, I really encourage you to play it in all 12 keys, firstly of all. Both of those shapes we learned. You can move around the neck. Just, you know, play it in different keys. And secondly of all, improvise. You know, set yourself up to My Girl bass line on a loop or something. And then do some wanky soloing, you know, just like get to know it, have fun, don't worry about what you sound like, just get to know the scale, and you'll start to find places you can use it, again, on pretty much any major chord in any song, especially in this kind of soul-ish genre. So that's that. You know how to do that now. You didn't know how to do it 10 minutes ago, now you know how to do it. Pretty cool, huh? Thanks, YouTube. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate all the views and the comments. It's really encouraging when I check my little comment notifications every day and there's at least a few people saying, yo, you're so cool, I learned so much from your videos, because everybody has that voice. And it makes me feel really good, even though, you know, there's usually a comment in there that's like, this guy's really boring, he talks too much, get to the exercises, please. So anyway, thank you guys for all the great feedback and for watching, and I hope these videos are helpful for you. If you'd like to support me in continuing to make them, you can become a patron at patreon.com and pledge even just a very small amount per video and get access to free downloads of any music I put out, and if I do hangouts, then you'll get access to those as well. Or you can just make a one-time donation through my website if you'd rather do that, just through PayPal or something. Also, I hate to say this because it sounds really stupid and annoying, but please like my Facebook page if you haven't done that already. Not because I care about how many likes it has, but I just want you guys to stay posted. If I have announcements, YouTube doesn't really have a great way for me to like say stuff to you guys, not in a video, like if I just need to write some text and tell you guys what's up. I would like you guys to be following me on Facebook as well for that reason. So you can click on something and do that. Josh Fossgreen Music is the URL. And you can take bass lessons with me if you want to also, and I'll just leave it there so I don't talk too long. Thank you guys for watching. I will talk to you soon.